Superfriend.
Superfriend. Sit down.
Gay? I hope I pronounced that right. It's spelled G-E-I.
Gay?
What's your guess?
Gay.
I mean, where's it from? Guess.
Gay.
It's from gay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gay.
What country is gay?
All of them. It's June. Haven't you seen, all the corporations? Everything's gay now.
It's
Just until
true.
July 1st, and then on July 1st, they're like, so long, gay boys.
Yeah, it's completely Chang.
Absolutely.
Chang, is that his name?
Ken
Ken Jeong's character in The
What was
Hangover.
his name in the movie? Mr. Something, right?
I'm
Mr. something?
actually drawing
Mr.
a
Chow?
blank. Chow, yeah, Mr. Chow, you're right.
I've seen The Hangover twice. Never had a hangover, never will.
Can you... So this is a...
Wait, alright, let me think. Where is this from? Ghana.
No, but I applaud your effort and to go out there.
Trying. Lebanon?
No, but also, wow.
I'm
you looked
trying.
At you looked at a map today.
No, I didn't.
Give me one more.
I said Ghana because I was going to follow up with Rhea. And then I said Lebanon because I was going to follow it with Lebanese. Lesbians?
Lesbanese?
It's gay. Lesbians. I have to show you that video. After we're done recording, remind me. I'm showing you lesbians.
Oh, God.
Shout out to Kenny, who showed me that video. Alex, what's going on? Where's that from? I've given you two guesses, and I can't rack my
Luxembourg.
brain. Where?
Luxembourg. It's near
Where?
Germany, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Okay.
Austria. Germany or Austria, one of those areas. Anyway, welcome to Super Friends Sit Down.
Oh, yeah, it's been a whole 2 minutes.
back. It is another Pride episode for you.
And if you haven't been turned gay yet, keep listening.
Except that we're not going to abandon the
world.
We're not
The
going to...
world needs us.
We're not
They
going to
need
abandon
these words.
We're not going to abandon Pride on July 1st. Is what I was getting at.
Oh, no. I
getting at.
can't abandon something that lives within me.
I don't know. People can do that. People can give up on themselves.
Oh, yeah, that's
entirely.
right. People can better themselves when they have an issue.
Yeah.
Self-care, mental health, normalize.
Oh, man.
I saw something today that said normalize manipulating people.
Yeah, you sent me that. It was a fucking lady doing a handstand.
I know. Well, I follow a few Instagrams that are just full of really ironic self-care quotes. I think I just scratched my whole face. That hurt so bad. Listen, I don't have to wear a mask in public anymore, and all of a sudden I started breaking out with acne, and I'm pissed about it. So excuse my face.
Oxygen is super oily.
So am I.
Italian.
So am Oil. Another pimple. Another pimple. Another people.
Another people.
No clear skin. Next facial.
Are you Principal Pimpel from all that?
No.
Do you know what that is?
I feel like that. I remember the kid with the pizza face.
His name was Pizza Face.
Yeah. I don't remember the principal.
And,
was it in the same school? Was it the same universe?
And Earboy. I think so, actually.
Earboy, I remember. I don't remember a lot of all that because, I'm young, and so, my memories are a little faded from that time in the 90s.
Is it because it wasn't gay enough?
No, I was just young. I remember more of, the Amanda Show, Moody's Point. What's that supposed to mean? Do you remember that girl? So insecure?
No.
That girl is the textbook definition of insecurity. You look up Webster's Dictionary, insecure, and it's a picture of that girl. Not Moody, the other girl. I forgot what her name was. That's probably why she's so insecure. Tell me what you're drinking on, because this is a very fancy bottle you brought here.
That is it's called Hazel. It's by Mortalis. It is a coffee stout.
Oh, you said I'm ready for bed after this.
Why?
Because aren't stouts, heavy?
They are. But I've also had this for quite a while, and I wasn't a huge fan of it the first time I had it.
And are you still not a huge fan of it?
It's a little better now. I think now it's gotten a little warmer. It's very much so on the sweeter side. Coffee definitely shines through. It's a little chocolatey. Would you like to give it a sip, or?
No, thank you.
No, that's right. You have stomach issues today. That's right.
I have issues every day. And all of those issues are with beer. and not wanting to drink them. What's your week been up to? What have you been doing? I've seen you very, very briefly in passing and kept our interactions quite short.
Well, it's because if we do that, we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Excuse me, take the words right out of my mouth, why don't you?
Well, it's better than you stopping me from saying them.
Touche. If I may, go ahead. If I may.
It's funny because I wrote this down, and based off of today and how you coached class the other day when we were working out, which, by the way, shout out to Sports Pacific Power, which is what I'm wearing today, the Pride shirt. My conditioning has become mega dog shit as compared to just regular dog shit.
Right.
I felt like I did semi-decent in your class, but today the humidity just obliterated my whole body.
How'd those front squats go?
Oh, so terrible.
I have to tell you, I work
So
out
terrible.
before class usually, so I'm always exhausted and sweaty when I do have to coach a class. And I thought I was like, okay, I had 6 people signed in. I woke up in the morning, 4 people signed in. I got to the gym, I started my workout, 3 people signed in.
Was that the day I came?
No, this is today.
Oh, okay.
Then I look at it at 9:15 and there's 2 people signed in for the 9:30 class. And then at 9:27 there's 1 person signed in. And I said, wow. What the fuck? It just happened so quickly. And then we had that rain that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. It downpoured at like 8
Something like that.
30 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My weather app said that it was going to rain in 21 minutes for precisely 8 minutes and then stop. And it did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of the rain.
I can't stand the rain.
Yes! That's hysterical.
I fucking love it. So
Yes, I love Missy Elliott too. Thank you very much.
she's been my favorite garbage bag. But yeah, my conditioning is just super terrible. Also, it's funny too because the shirt I was wearing was one of the like gym shirts,
Right.
And it's a little thicker material. And when we were doing handstand push-ups today, I scaled because I suck. And when we were on the box, as I would like push up, my whole head would go into my shirt. So if you want to talk about fucking swampy temperature and breathing it in, it is fucking. I had to tuck the front of my shirt into my shorts, and I did it, and I could hear Mike behind me just laughing.
When your head went in your shirt, did some ogre pop out and say, "Get out of my swamp"?
Wow, that was great. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Wow, go me.
That was prime. Chef's kiss. This emoji.
Yeah, right.
This emoji.
I have to tell you, I use this emoji so much, and this emoji, no one seems to understand what it means. So I send it to random people other than you, and like someone was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm Italian." Like Italian. It's my favorite emoji, and it applies for everything.
While I was at the gym today, obviously,
listening.
congratulations, Sandra, to your newborn baby.
Oh, she signed out of my class, so I'm not happy with her.
She brought it to the gym today. Brought her to the gym today. I realized how terrible I was
it.
just now. She brought Charlie to the gym today.
Brought that thing.
You know, I gotta keep that thing on me. And she started crying in the middle of class, and I had to start the workout. So here I am holding a baby. And
I'll let you finish.
She started crying, and the deduction was she's probably really hot. And when they took her from me, she was red, and I was like, I'm probably cooking her. Like, it's humid in here, and my body like sits at like 102
Easily,
like, all the time, and it's hot in there, and I'm sweaty already. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna give me a disgruntled baby to now slow cook on my shoulder.
I came into the gym one day,
and I felt
Chris
so
was
bad.
Holding G's baby, holding G's baby. You're telling me that you're holding Sandra's baby, and I have to say, you guys are much better people than I am, because I would never offer my babysitting services not to a newborn baby like that. You've got to be at least 2 years old. I don't care if you're crying.
Offer.
Oh, well,
I was doing the rocking thing, and then Mo took her out and was just like,
here,
kinda. I was just like, too frail.
Babies are extremely frail, but
Yeah.
somehow invincible.
The TV show?
No, like babies are invincible. They get hurt all the time, and they survive.
Oh, it's because their bones are made of rubber.
Like that guy from X-Men, the one that went through the jail. He looks like what Mitch McConnell looks like when he was starting to like droop. You don't remember this? The first X-Men? A senator, I think.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I remember he washed up on the beach and everyone was like, ew, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking
People
about.
were like, ah.
That's exactly how the theater sounded.
Walking sperm. That's what he looked like. He looked like a walking glob of jizz.
My God.
You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Well, he's just Captain Cum then. Moving forward.
Moving somewhat on to the next thing.
Forward. If I could tell you, I don't know if you saw it. You always tell me things that you've seen in the news and
Yes, I'd like to see it.
On the internet and so on. Did you happen to see the guy from Detroit who won the lottery? He won $30,000.
That's it. That was the lottery, 30,000. No, not like that's not.
He probably
a huge
won.
Chunk of change,
he probably
but
won like part of the lottery.
Okay.
Like he maybe got like a couple numbers, not the whole thing.
What did he do with the money?
He spent 2/3 of it, which is $20,000, on a chain, which was shortly robbed of him afterwards.
I just had this
Or robbed him
discussion
shortly afterwards.
yesterday with somebody where I would never invest that much money into a piece of jewelry that could so easily be swiped off of me.
Not only that, too, Detroit.
I mean,
One of the most like crime-ridden places in the country. And you're going to flash something shiny around your neck?
$30,000 is like so much money.
Yeah. You know what I would... What would you do?
What did he do with that other $10,000? Bail himself like out of the hospital or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, how badly was he beat up for this chain?
I don't know, but...
Did they take the other $10,000 and be like, sucker, now you got nothing?
I don't know. I'm still fixated on the fact that how dumb this person is. But...
Where's he from? Florida?
Probably from Detroit, where it happened.
You don't know. Hey, just because you live somewhere doesn't mean you're from there.
That's true.
I live in this house, but I'm from my mom's vagina.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do with $30,000? Not even the $20,000.
Okay.
What would you do with the $30,000?
$30,000 cash? I'm giving like in a lump sum cash, or is it like a...
Someone hands you a wad of money that is $30,000. What do you do?
Okay, I immediately finish paying off my car.
No repercussions.
I immediately finish paying off my car.
Okay.
And then I take $10,000 and I put it in like a savings account with like some interest, or I invest it.
Okay.
And then that leaves me with probably about $14,000 left over. So I'll take $4,000 and take myself on a shopping spree, and then the other $10,000 I'd probably just put in my savings account too. Okay.
So for the most part,
I'm very nice. I'm very yeah. If I won millions of dollars though, I have plans for that. I do.
No.
I'm like the plans that I have are like you won't see me on like the curse of the lottery. Because if I won like multiple millions of dollars, I would like put one in a savings account, put another in this account, put another in this account, and then I would like divvy it up, and like my niece and nephew, like they would each get a little chunk. My sister, brother, mother, father, they'd all get a little chunk. I'd buy myself a house. I'd buy a fucking mansion probably. No, I wouldn't even. I would dead ass probably just buy a house that I personally would only ever need. I wouldn't buy anything too big. I don't want to clean that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel. Like if I was first
Very
off
safe.
$30,000, I would.
I'm not gonna lie though. I will take $1 million and give myself a full plastic surgery makeover. Please continue.
$30,000. I'm gonna buy first off a shock collar for when you interrupt me. Second, I like to see it.
It better be. It better be fully jewel encrusted.
It's a shock butt plug.
Okay. Is it jewel encrusted or not? Like, you can put jewels on the tail.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Yeah. Like, you're not really changing my mind.
It made me want to interrupt you
It's
more.
called texture.
I would pretty much do the majority of what you were saying with $30,000. I like my car is fortunately for me paid off.
You would just pay your dad back everything though.
I would try to, because he was nice enough to kind of be like, "It's yours, just whatever." Like
fair.
I would try and give him some.
He'd be like, "No, it's okay."
If he refuses, then he refuses. I'm not going to force it down his throat. I
refuse money once, maybe twice. But if you give me money, I'm not going to refuse it 3 times.
Well, that's just it. Like I just took him to the airport the other day, and he just did this super generous thing where I'm not paying him for my car anymore. And then the ride to the airport, he gives me $50 for gas, and I'm like, "Dad, you just literally saved me like thousands of dollars. Like I think I'm good." And then he just threw it into the car, and he's like,
"Bye."
He's like, you could leave it or not. And I was like, oh, fucking God, fine, thank you. Obviously, I'm appreciative, but like, it's just unnecessary.
Well, he's trying.
But
Listen,
yeah,
he wouldn't give it to you if he didn't have it like that.
being that, like,
It's not like he handed you $30,000 or $10,000 on a diamond chain.
It's true.
I think your dad stole it.
I would be.
That would be hysterical.
That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be hysterical. And then
But,
he's wearing it sitting on the beach at 5:03 p.m.
Just giggling. For those of you who don't remember, my dad would only go to the beach after it closed so he can get on for free. But for $30,000, I would definitely give some to my mom to put towards the house, so she could do something nice for herself, or just do something nice for her. Try to give some to my dad for then how generous he was, and then do maybe like some investing, definitely. And then I think I would take a portion of it and get like a tattoo. Or a couple of tattoos.
A little treat yourself moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You take a percentage and you treat yourself because it's a job well done.
I don't care about like design or anything. Like
clearly.
I mean, truth be told, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a gym shirt, a hat I got for free, sneakers you got me for my birthday, socks from Target, underwear from Target, and then clearance Lululemon shirts. So they were $18 instead of like $700.
The most expensive thing you're wearing is your Apple Watch.
Yeah, and that was also a little treat yourself thing.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not so tied up on like the materialistic things anymore. Although I did buy a new couch this week.
A what?
A new couch.
Oh, couch.
I bought a new couch, yeah, because I'm sick of that piece of brown shit over there.
Is it on its way or?
I ordered it on Amazon, so it'll be here like next week.
Takes that long?
Well, it's coming from like a place. So I bought it through Amazon, like they're a third party.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I mean, it was like a Chase 3-seater couch, and it was like $320.
Nice.
So I was like, oh well, fuck this, I better get it. I'm just so sick of this couch because it's just not comfortable anymore.
I got you. Are you gonna try and sell this couch or?
No, this piece of shit. You want it?
I can't do anything with it.
Okay. Then don't ask for it.
I'm just curious.
Yes. So what else is going on? I had something written down.
Did you just ask me a question and then continue talking?
Well, because I'm saying I had stuff written down and then I forgot where I wrote it down, so I don't have them written. Like I physically wrote things down.
Can I just tell you something that I'm sick of seeing already?
Me?
No, love you. Have you been up to date with like? I'm sure you've just been on Instagram. You know, Hezbollah.
No.
The little Russian. He looks like a toddler, but he's actually like 18.
Oh, the one that everyone's been obsessed with lately.
Yeah, I'm so fucking sick of it.
It just happened like a week ago.
It's been long. It's been longer.
It?
I think it's been a couple weeks at least, if not a month. But he like emerged, and
he's cashing in.
Oh, for sure.
He's making them. I can't knock the hustle. You get that break. You just got to keep plowing through.
Absolutely,
until people are absolutely sick of seeing your
by
dog
all
shit
means
face.
do your thing. I'm just so sick of people like just like check it out.
Like we get it. He looks like a toddler, but he also looks like an old man, and he's
Yeah.
fighting. And
I'm like I get it. Like, but let the fucking kid live, guy, whatever.
let the grown man live.
Yeah, he is technically an adult.
How old is he?
From what I heard, 18.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, Benjamin Button, with that baby body and that old grumpy man face.
He's like Benjamin Button meets Jack in the
a very interestingly weird way. I do want to quickly just say, my one girl, the one that eats all the food, makes all the noise, Trisha.
Yeah.
Her and her podcast just ended this week. They had a really big like blowout in the middle of the episode, and she quit for the third time, and it's been drama on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram with them. It's been a lot. It's been so much, and it breaks my heart because I really liked them together. But
I'm happy that you're happy.
I'm sad.
I was gonna say something really mean, and
go ahead.
I'm gonna say I'm so happy that everything you love that I hate is ending.
You're gonna send it to me? In my house? In my month? on my gay month? You're gonna say you're happy that I'm sad?
I can respect you, but I don't have to abide by the rules.
I can respect you, but I'm still gonna yuck your yum.
Yeah.
We're not here to kink shame.
It's called friendship.
Yeah, well, they don't have one of those anymore. So upset.
Before we
get into the full aspects of today's episode.
Before we go into the actual purpose of this episode, I recently watched two things. I watched the Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Did he?
It was just a Lil Nas X video, just for 2 hours.
I believe it.
I actually
Lil Nas X dancing on a ghost.
I think I actually would have preferred it, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Like I liked the Conjuring series. I thought it was actually very well done. But this last one, I feel like the story was very forced.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because the original Conjurings are based off of the actual Ed and Lorraine Warren and their actual like mystery solving and ghost hunting, whereas this is just made up shit.
This last one?
This last one's it's a completely fictional story.
So they fabricate the story and they tell you it's true.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Hello, Paranormal Activity was another one that bait and switched you. You're so used to like this, like obviously they start you with the disclaimer like based on true events. So like the paranormal aspect is loosely based on one of their actual things, but like all the storyline is made up.
Can you say based on true event? Like if I write a story and then someone's like based on a true event, it's like the true event is just me writing a book.
Well, you're based on a true event, so it has to be one standalone event. Where if you write something saying based on true events, then you're taking a little bits of knowledge from each event and making your own story.
Okay.
It's how they get away with it.
I mean, I love Patrick Wilson.
Sure. He's been actually getting a lot of attention on the internet for being an attractive man.
Was he the actor? Is that like actually him? I think he's a great actor.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed him in The Conjuring
and
and
the
also
one who plays the wife. She's
Insidious.
good too.
I just don't know her name, but she was very good. But I don't know. I just felt like they reached a little too far for the story. Like it had its moments, but like I don't know.
The fist is too deep now. You've reached past the elbow. You've gone past the bicep. You're at the shoulder.
Now
we're tired.
Now clap. Full circle.
Wait, wasn't that in that movie? Was that The Conjuring where she did the match and there was a thing? Was that The Conjuring or was that a different movie? The wife was in like the basement and it was dark and she was sitting and she kept lighting matches and then the hands came out and did the clap.
If it wasn't The Conjuring, it might have been one of the Annabelles.
It's something
but
like
it's all linked.
It's something like that. They're all somewhat in the same
I think a good
universe.
portion of it too why like it wasn't the most thrilling for me is because we watched it at home. And I kind of feel like scary movies at home like they just don't have the same power.
Excuse me? You've never watched a good scary movie at home with me then. I'm the worst. I will be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then I'll fully sneak back and be like, ah! And fuck you up.
But that's not the movie. That's just
I don't care. I just make it a fun experience. It's called making an experience. I can't do that at the movies. I'll get frowned upon and booed. But I can do that in my own home.
Also, one thing I would like to mention too is I remember, if you remember from last episode, I was talking about The Quiet Place too.
Yes.
You know how like you go online, you reserve your seats?
Yes.
You pick your 2 seats, whatever. People were still booking seats in the same row, like next to you. And I'm just like, there's a whole fucking theater. And then it doesn't fucking help that the 2 girls that sat next to us, they were just texting the whole time. So now, like, you're looking straight forward, you're watching the movie, and then it's just, you see the light kind of like moving in your peripherals because they're texting, so it's like moving around. I hated it.
This one time, I went to go see Avengers Endgame. Did I tell you this story?
No. I just think it's funny that this is the movie that you always talk to me about.
I went to go see Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And these 2 girls came into the movie late, started talking, and after 20 minutes of continuous talking, Joe turns to them and says very loudly, "Are you going to talk the whole movie?"
I do remember this story.
And they shut the fuck up.
It's a great...
And then the next week, we went to go see the Child's Play remake with Aubrey Plaza, and a couple sat down next to us, and they would not get off their phones. Joe was like, "I'm going to the bathroom to vape, and when I come back, if they are still like this, I'm saying something again."
I love it.
I mean, I love it too, but at the same time, I was just like, shut the fuck up and let us watch the movie.
Care to comment?
Do you want to comment? Over there, I know you can hear me talking about you.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault that they're shitty people. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I agree with you. I wholeheartedly am behind you.
I swear I'm not that person.
No,
But you had to be.
You had to be there. They were really fucking annoying.
You were
having a full conversation. I was like, do you not know where we are? Have you not been outside? Like,
You were
pre-pandemic.
This was pre-pandemic.
You were the hero.
That was what, 2018.
You were the hero that no one knew we needed.
I did.
I'm surprised that the whole theater didn't just burst out in applause for you.
Mm-hmm. Didn't that wasn't that in Scary Movie when
they killed Brenda?
Yeah, and people start cheering.
Yeah. This is, oh my god, they just named all the movies. Everyone kept stabbing her. That was great. I will say, I did see a Scary Movie one time, and people were very much with the applauding for the actress in the movie. Did you ever see the movie Red Eye with Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy, I think his name is?
Yeah, Cillian Murphy was also in, he was in A Quiet Place too, actually. He was in it. I'm not going to say who he was.
Okay!
I didn't want to break my own spoiler rules, but he's in it.
Well, yes, I went to go see that movie, and they were clapping at every which way that they could for Rachel McAdams escaping this guy trying to kill her on a plane. I enjoyed it.
That's why, honestly, why I didn't want, like, people who go see midnight releases, especially for a movie like Endgame, I don't know if you've seen the reaction videos to those movies where, like, stuff happens and people start cheering and clapping and, like, I'm just like, what, are you fucking joking? Like, shut the fuck up.
I know that the movies are big, and I know that the volume is turned up, but, like, I still can't hear you when you cheer over the movie. So
you can't hear the
sit
movie
back and
over
shut
the
the
cheering.
fuck up.
Yeah, well, dude, like, I saw Infinity War and Endgame, like, a couple weeks
Humble brag.
after the hype.
I'm fucking with you.
After the hype died.
No one needs to brag about watching those.
I think great movies. I saw them both, like, a couple weeks after the hype died down, and it was amazing.
Oh, because it wasn't crowded.
Exactly. It wasn't crowded. Everyone had already seen it. Don't get me wrong. Did I get excited for shit happening? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Were there certain scenes that, like, gave me chills? Hell yeah. A lot of movies do that. But I'm never going to be like, yeah! Fuck!
Not
It's
a lot
Thor!
of movies, it's Thor. Not a lot of movies give me chills. I will say there was one movie that gave me chills. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's, it came out, like, 2001. It's a movie about these three women, and one of them gets, like, kidnapped, and she's trying to escape, and her attacker is, like, about to charge her, so she's sitting in the chair tied up, and she, like, lifts her legs up and goes, whoa, wait, I have to tell you something, and, like, literally with her legs up in a V, like, full core strength, and I got
what?
Full core strength, like
Core strength.
Yeah,
I thought
total
you
core
said
strength.
claw strength.
I mean,
was
she
like-
has the claw strength too because she was trying to get out of the rope tied behind her hands. But I had chills from how impressed I was with the control of her body.
I felt that way when I went to a strip club once. I think I told this story here, but let's go for
Possibly.
it. It was Sade and one of my exes throwing singles at the strippers and stuff, and then me and Nick, like 2 rows back, watching a contortionist do stuff, and we were like, oh fuck, that is so crazy. Like, she's holding on with just her one leg.
Yeah.
And she's like 15 feet in the air. What the fuck? We were like...
Do you remember that video of the stripper that fell from like 15 feet and
then
cracked
started
her
twerking?
jaw?
and started twerking. I did see
Absolutely.
that.
Listen, if you fall, you gotta just get up and keep shaking that ass.
I hope she...
Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit. Shout out to Meg the Stallion
Unbelievable.
and her newest release. Do you know the movie I was talking about?
Red Eye?
No, the one that where the legs up.
Oh, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
No, that would have been
Josie and the
great.
Pussycats?
Close.
Charlie's Angels?
There you go.
Was it Charlie's Angels? Oh my... No.
That was Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore at one scene, she like lifts her legs up and she's like explaining how she's gonna kick everyone's ass.
I was just thinking about movies that had like
3 women.
a woman team.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
As we can tell, I'm clearly addicted to watching movies with strong female leads.
Not even leads, but also just squadrons of them.
Yeah. Charlie's Angels, Josie and the Pussycat,
Spice World.
Spice World, The Craft, Clueless. I have to tell you something, Alex. I'm gay. Is it raining?
Yeah, it's like thunderstorming, I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I just noticed it now.
It's quiet, it's alright.
It's a quiet.
Also, shout out to whoever made the Spice World Spice Girls Little Nicky meme.
That's top tier.
Unbelievable.
That's what we call the merging of two wonderful films.
Because
make
if
one.
you want to be my lover, you gotta get in the flask.
So good. It's
Adrian.
So good.
Adrian, get in the flask.
Can you please
Get in the flyer! Adrian, I'm telling you. Get in the flyer.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you hate how good I do it?
I was just gonna say, can you please be Little Nicky for Halloween? Like, ooh.
That's an easy one to do, too.
I know. All you need is a jacket, sweatpants, an oversized t-shirt, Popeye's chicken, and a wig. I could help you.
I'm into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Wait, all right, so you're gonna do... What's another character from that movie? Because we could dress up as that for the Halloween episodes.
Who's
Let's
another
start
character?
planning it now. Yeah, who's another, like... I could just be Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, you can be Ozzy. You can be the one devil's henchman with the boobs for head.
Oh my god, yes! I haven't seen Little Nicky in so long.
Was that a 90s movie? We should have touched on that on Back Porch.
Was that a 90s movie? I feel like it had to have been.
If it's not 90... Hold on.
Go ahead.
You know
Yeah,
what? No.
let's Google this.
Well, wait. Actually, because I've been doing a lot of talking about my week and all the things that I've been doing.
Right.
Hit me with your best shot.
My best shot's about 6 inches up and 4 inches out. I'm just kidding.
2000.
Oh, just at the
made
cutoff.
Just made
closer to the 90s than Vanilla fucking Sky.
Oh, you fucking beat me to it. You beat me to it. Adrian!
Who the fuck? I'm gonna have to look up what Adrian looks like, and I'm just gonna have to dress up like him so you just keep saying
Adrian
that.
was like the...
I know he was one of the brothers.
He was the bad guy. He was super...
One of the two brothers.
Was there two brothers?
There was 2 brothers that escaped from jail, and he had to go get them both.
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
I've seen the movie. I know. You don't have to tell me I'm right. I don't need validation. Don't gaslight me. I'm kidding. You're not gaslighting me.
The only gaslight is the Gaslight Anthem. R.I.P.
The Gaslight Anthem? What is that?
It's a band.
Oh.
And they don't play together anymore.
I saw an interesting article today, or the other day. Gen Z is more likely to be LGBTQ than past generations. And
Is Gen Z the current...
Yes. They're the ones that are doing the TikTok masterpieces.
What's the... first and fucking foremost, before I get into it, what's the time frame of Gen Z? Like, you have to be born when?
I don't know.
Like, what's the earliest? While you look that up, so in you know how Instagram has like the Explore page? And
Yes.
Excuse me, I hit that the other day, and you know how sometimes there's little like the reels in there.
I just missed out on being Gen Z. 1997 and 2012 to 15.
Weird.
There's nearly 6 million Gen Zers.
Gross. Remember how you always talk about how TikTok dancers are so stiff?
Absolutely.
I finally noticed it. And I was
How?
like, why is this
How
a
is it
fucking
taking you
thing?
this long?
Because I never paid attention.
That's
But then I was
fair.
like, what the
That's
hell
valid.
is this?
Yeah, they're like one arm down, to the side. Now just keep doing that, but faster.
Yeah, and
It's stupid.
it's stupid, but then it's always like the ones who just look for attention, and it's like, do that, but then, oop, here's my butt cheeks.
Yes.
That's
The over-sexualization of people on the internet. On the internet.
blah, 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 blah.
You could tell I'm mad because I'm slurring my words. The over-sexualization of people on the internet is it's gone too far. I get it if you want to show the self-confidence, but like you're an actual centimeter away from showing something fully inserted inside of your body for the sake of a like and a comment for a little bit of engagement. Oh fuck yeah, I'm dressing up as Adrian.
You gonna do
a red jacket in all black? I could do that.
Are you gonna do the
Black gloves.
first
with
off,
pizza?
the little how small is his hand? It's literally
That's what this is. Wait. That's my strong hand. Wait, why does his hand look so small?
I don't know if it's just like the way the
It has
photo
to be
was
the way
shot.
the photo is.
It has
done.
to be.
Because
But
his hands look so tiny.
But Adrian, so that's Adrian. I don't know the brother's name, but the other brother was like this big, jacked black dude.
Yes, I do remember that.
I don't remember his name though.
But
it wasn't Adrian.
I just remember the guy with the boobs on his head now. Oh my god, no way!
What?
That was Kevin Nealon?
Who?
The boob guy.
Yeah.
That was Kevin fucking Nealon. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. There's a
didn't
lot of
know.
dude. Rodney Dangerfield's in that movie too.
Cassius. That was the brother.
Cassius, get in the flyer.
Cassius. There's an I. Cassius.
You can also say Cassius that way,
No,
like
no.
Cassius Clay.
No. Absolutely. I reject your hypothesis, and it's my month, so what I say goes.
Yeah, sure.
Before we get into more of the funny topics, I do want to quickly give you your lesson in gay history.
Can we just do a quick serious thing real fast?
That's what I was about to do.
Were you about to touch on the anniversary of the Pulse?
I sure was.
Wow.
So yeah,
we're very simpatico today.
Yes.
Take the lead.
Take the lead or take a leak.
Yeah.
Either one works. I mean, I'm gonna have to take a leak.
It's your party, and you can piss if you want to.
I would like to. Thank you very much. So, on June 12th in 2016, okay. Stop. This is serious.
That was a really terrible timing for me.
Absolutely.
Please go ahead. I'm sorry.
There was a horrible shooting at Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. And so we just passed the 5-year anniversary of that this year. I remember waking up Sunday morning, finding out about the shooting, and going to the gym just feeling empty. Because it was a shooting that no one expected to happen. Although it probably could have been prevented, as most mass shootings. But Omar Mateen was 29 years old and shot and killed 49 people while wounding 53 more at Pulse nightclub. There were officers who were also there that shot and killed him after a 3-hour standoff. So he was barricaded in the nightclub with everybody, survivors, dead people, wounded, injured, all that. 3 hours of that before they were actually able to get them out and get rid of him, unfortunately. That is the only way to really stop it. Mm-hmm. It was just really a surreal moment being in my age bracket and seeing that, because I was going out to clubs a lot. I think that's what stopped me from going to nightclubs a lot in the last few years.
Well, not only that,
because
too, but that entire event is just such hate.
Absolutely.
And such unnecessary.
And you know what it really started with, though? It was self-hate, because the shooter was somebody who had been to the club multiple times. Obviously was a patron.
I remember that.
And wasn't able to come to terms, I guess, with his own sexuality. And I think it was a cultural thing with him and his culture, his family probably not accepting it, because that is something that does happen.
Was he Muslim or Arabic?
I don't know his exact...
I just realized Muslim and Arabic are not the same thing. So.
No, I don't know his exact heritage, would you say?
Heritage,
ethnicity, nationality.
Religion,
I don't know too much about that. I just know that it was from a culture that's not really accepting of homosexuality and all of that stuff. What I do know is that he obviously planned it, which was sad, and so many innocent people lost their lives, and it's something that is a huge part of gay history in my lifetime, whereas my parents, their generation, obviously they had the AIDS epidemic and they had their own kind of thing going on with the 80s and 90s, but this was just a brutal execution of hate. And that's my 100%. serious note for the day. Yeah, because we do try to keep it lighthearted.
We do,
but that is a little piece of gay history.
There's so much we can talk about, and the crazy thing about it is that, in terms of gay history, it's
I want to know what you looked up, because
so
I'm very happy to see that me and you had the exact same idea.
Well, I had it in my notes. I've been kind of erasing. I can't fucking do my own password. I've been
use your Face ID. Yes,
I didn't set that up yet. I didn't want to crack the screen. I actually had a couple of questions for you, and then our obvious new.
Yes,
I've been erasing things as we go along. But,
I do that too. Very smart. You have questions for me. I'm ready to be interviewed.
I do, and it is going to be both a little serious, but I feel like you can put a comedic twist to it, as you normally do. Obviously, you're gay.
Shocker! I've said it so many times.
You got the big gay. Do you,
honey? Do I?
Obviously, you have a different orientation. Are there, you've obviously felt like, I'm trying to word this correctly.
Yeah.
What trials and tribulations have you been through? Have people just openly blurted shit at you?
Wow.
Like not to, I don't want to get like too personal with you, but like I don't want to bring up like the hockey fight because that wasn't directed at you, but you reacted to it,
and then it affected me.
And
but I mean, I ended it with a chef's kiss. As a overly feminine, overweight gay boy in a school with not a lot of people expressing themselves in such a manner, I definitely was targeted in middle school a lot. And I was actually saying this to somebody the other day. My graduating 8th grade, that summer before freshman year, there were 2 guys that I went to middle school with that texted me multiple times a day, every single day, that you're a disgusting faggot and you should go kill yourself. Multiple times a day, the entire summer.
Wow.
Yeah. My freshman year, somebody wrote fag on my locker. My locker was outside of the assistant principal's office.
Dude, that sucks.
I've had some... I can talk about it a little bit now just because high school sucks. Middle school sucks. And I'm also, so very... If by the small, minuscule chance anybody is listening to this podcast who's still in school, I can tell you they suck. And they're peaking. And you're going to do way better.
Let's be real. There people who feel the need to bully have their own insecurities that they're dealing with. They're taking their own trials and tribulations out on people that can, and I mean this with no offense, that can be easily targeted.
Mm-hmm. I was an easy target. I stuck out like a sore thumb.
It's genuinely it's sad.
Absolutely.
It's sad because somebody's parents are raising someone to believe that what they're doing is totally fine.
Absolutely.
And that's fucked.
Or there's the flip side perspective of it, of them being bullied at home and going out and bullying others. It's that fucked up mentality that hurt people.
Well, it's the mentality where like, well, I'm being hurt.
Yeah.
So
let me lash out.
So other people deserve this.
And I definitely feel like there were some instances where like people who had bullied me were probably being bullied. I never really retaliated much unless I was like actually confronted. But I just didn't care. One of my friends, Carly, shout out to Carly because she listens to the pod.
That's your client, right?
Mm-hmm. My friend, who I do her hair. I don't like. I've known her since middle school. We were both voted most likely to see Name and Lights in middle school.
She's the one you want to have as a guest, right?
Yes.
You should have her for when I'm gone.
I'll think about it. I already have it planned out, and I'm just not going to tell you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I already have everything planned out. So, spoiler alert, guys. Next week, Alex will not be in on the podcast. He has decided to go all over the world and explore. And I will be leaves me at home alone with our 4 children and a messy house and all the cooking and cleaning. And also known as Superfriends Sit Down.
And then I'm going to come home and take a runny dump all over it. I will be in Richmond, Virginia.
Running dump, I hate you. You're disgusting. You disgust me. Yeah. But I already have that entire episode already figured out, and I've already got. Yeah. You told me you weren't going to be able to be there, and I was like, "What can I do with this episode?" And I said, "I got it." And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're just going to have to listen and find out.
I'm here for it. I love that actually. The mystery
and the alert of it all. I did have something else that I was going to. Oh, Carly.
Wait,
this is going to finish up my story, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
One thing that helped me while I was getting bullied was Carly. I had explained to her what was going on, and she said, if they ever say anything in person to you, she quoted Ren, which is how you know it, like the friendship goes deep. She says, you tell them, I'm more of a man than you'll ever be, and I'm more of a woman than you'll ever get.
Love it.
I said, you know what? You right, bitch. I'm a badass bitch, and I'm fucking cool. And then I went to sophomore year of high school, and I was actually pretty popular from then on out.
Nice. Carly, love that for what you did for my super friend.
Love that for you. Love that for us.
Excited to meet you unless you take my seat for the next episode.
She's not. Love her to bits and pieces with peace and love. She's unfortunately not the guest for next week's episode.
But there is a guest apparently.
More than one, maybe.
Ooh. It's not Kyle and Nick, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I have to
not during gay month.
That's fair. Okay.
No, with peace and love to Kyle and Nick, unless they're gonna be on this podcast and they're gonna show me how to do oral, they're not allowed on this podcast during the month of June. I'll have you know.
What if they bring the senator's mouth and they just show you?
That's a vagine. That's a vagine.
That's the joke. Thank you.
No, it's a gay. Give me buttholes and dicks. Gay.
Please, how to do?
'Cause I'm
You know what?
gay.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So
No.
one
It's
thing.
not gonna be Kylie
One
Nick.
thing I finally remembered. This is the trend. Is I
Shirley
remembered
Temples?
Shirley Temples last week. They're still on the ground behind me. And when I was in the Finger Lakes at the end of April, Jackie got you a gift that I finally remembered. You got more fun socks that says, "Bitch, I am reality TV."
What the fuck?
And
I
I
forgot she even got these. These might fit me.
did she tell you?
She said that I got you something, and I remember seeing the alcoholic Shirley Temples and being like, "Are those them?" And then she was like, "No." And then I found out that she had gotten me women's socks
Yeah,
for sizes 5 to 10.
it might work.
This might fit over the head of my dick. My size 13 fucking man feet.
Man feet
Man feet.
featured on the Only Feet.
Featured on Wiki Men Feet. Thank you very much.
Is Only Feet a thing? Or is it just OnlyFans?
Well, there's Wiki Feet for that.
Wiki Feet.
Wiki Feet, where you can see pictures of male and female celebrities and their feet. That's apparently a real thing that people look at and rate celebrities. And I love that that's
Cheers
what
to that.
Wikipedia has turned to.
You know,
Wikipedia said we can't be factual with news, but we can show you foot pics.
they had a chance to call it Wikipedia and they didn't do it. And I hate that for them.
Wikipedia. That's great.
Thank you.
Or they could have had a witch one and it's Wikipedia. WICCA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to invent that. Wikipedia. It's just going to be all my spells.
All your
bitch,
spell.
I am real. Where the fuck? Blue Q Socks? That's the brand? I'm going to have to look up this website, doctorswithoutborders.org.
So,
Wait,
much-
1% of the sale of these socks supports the humanitarian work of Doctors Without Borders. This is fucking cool.
Great.
Oh, did she even know?
I don't.
Did you know?
I feel like she must. I don't think I did, but I feel like I didn't. Oh, what an addition.
Right, I'm just going to start making this
So
like an art
oddly
wall.
enough, whenever two separate times I've gotten Vince socks. Well, I'm sorry, one time I got Vince socks. Second time Jackie got Vince socks, and they've been at places that just aren't.
randomly have socks that say bitch on them.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
Which warms my heart because that means that bitch is no longer like an offensive word and is currently a term of endearment, which I've been using it as for years.
Well, truth be told, we went to where I got you the bitch socks is Lambertville, which is right next to New Hope, which both areas are very gay friendly.
Love that.
So perfect opportunity. As for those socks there, those were picked up actually at a brewery in the Finger Lakes.
I want to know why a brewery is having I Am Reality TV socks.
They're catering to everybody.
I appreciate it. I really do. The inclusiveness of it all is very fun.
Okay. Back to Pride.
Back to gay. Thank you. Back to Pride.
Well,
Alex, you have prepared for us.
Well, first off,
Chefs.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
And
I'm ready for
something
the
that you'll be able to talk to me about that we're going to tender. That's not even a word. That we're going to have a little tangent on because it's something that's just astronomically ridiculous that it even fucking exists. Can you tell me a little bit about conversion camps? And why they even exist and who thought that they were just the high and mighty person that they could be like, you know what? No, we're going to change this person.
Well, I'm only using my gathered information to assume that conversion therapy camps were invented because like electroshock therapy was no longer an option in terms of treating homosexuality.
And this is going to be a silly follow question. I'm assuming that was actually a thing at one point.
Absolutely.
God,
I thought you watched American Horror Story.
Was that
They
from,
used to do like
Was that from Asylum?
Yeah, they used to do really fucked up shit to people who
Never
were
finished Asylum.
experiencing symptoms of homosexuality that would result in hypnotism, electroshock therapy. Some people were literally just turned like their brains were turned into mush.
I genuinely hate that anybody could even categorize something as symptoms of homosexuality, as if it's like a fucking
It used
disease.
to be a mental illness. It used to be classified as a mental illness. If you were gay, you were mentally ill, and they would have a reason to lock you in an asylum.
I hate the world so much.
And now here we are. Gen Z is the exact reason why like the gay rights movement was so pivotal, is because without that happening in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and the 90s, without everything in the past, you wouldn't have Gen Z being comfortable enough to sit here and, be so open about their own lives. And I feel like that speaks a lot. It's not that there's more gay people, it's that people are comfortable enough to be themselves.
People are opening up to it. And what's great is that people, especially celebrities, that come out and express themselves and like how proud they are as. Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't want to say.
I'm
not saying celebrities like movie stars, but people who have like a following where they
use it for the right reasons. They're not using it for clout.
It's not even a matter of using it for something, but when they like have their quote unquote big reveal that they are who they are, it gives a lot of people courage to show people who they are. Mm-hmm. And that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
But if I could summarize all of the darkness of what I just talked about in terms of conversion camps, I don't know the inventor's name. I don't know the people who followed it, but literally fuck all of you.
Conversion therapy doesn't work. It's extremely stupid.
If it doesn't affect you directly, then go mind your own fucking business. I cannot stress that enough.
Well, you know white men love to dictate what people can and can't do with their own bodies.
I know. That's exactly what I do every day. I just told people to fuck off.
Exactly. You're proving the point. Thank you so much.
I am. This is what friendship is, everybody. But this is also someone who openly supports his gay friend to
Thank you so much.
The ends of the earth. So, as we make our way towards the end of today's episode, I found myself a neat little list, and even though it didn't necessarily fit the criteria that Vince had given me for my research, I found some very groundbreaking people, in my opinion, that I would like to talk about. So, do you know who Gilbert Baker is?
Tell me all about Gilbert Baker.
So, Gilbert...
Not to be confused with Gilbert Godfrey.
He's definitely not Gilbert Godfrey.
There's not very many well-known Gilberts, I will say.
So one thing that I will say is that Gilbert Baker, based on the article that I have, it said that he was an American artist, gay rights activist, and I'm not sure if that means that he is no longer alive.
Probably. Or if it says he was, he's probably passed.
Or if he's not an artist anymore. But if he has indeed passed, rest in peace. But Gilbert Baker, why I chose him, because he designed the rainbow flag.
He died on March 31st, 2017. So rest in peace, Gilbert.
Rest in peace to Gilbert. So one thing that's great about that is not only is it like a universal sign, but what he did to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, he created the world's largest flag at the time, based on the 25th anniversary. Not only that, but he refused to trademark the design of the flag because it was a symbol for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
That's called not being greedy.
Exactly.
Not being selfish.
It sucks to say that he chose to be the person for the people as opposed to being the person for the people for profit.
Yes.
And I love that.
And you don't see that very often.
You don't.
I also would just like to say that they did just update the gay pride flag
because
to include intersex.
Because over the years it was LGBT, LGBTQ,
LGBTQIA, LGBTQIA plus and questioning.
Okay, I missed the IA. I always thought it just went to the plus, but
it was LGBTQ plus for a minute, and then they added in IA because I believe the IA is intersex and asexual.
What does that mean?
So
educational podcast.
So
please,
if you are born intersex, that means that you are born with traditionally male and female presenting sexual appendages, meaning both, or like a combination like of that.
Is that, and I'm sorry,
I don't know too much about it.
Is that a different terminology for hermaphrodite?
Yes, because
is that a hateful term now?
No, I actually had this conversation with my sister because we were talking about the exact same thing.
Because I was thinking about when
being
I said
intersex and being hermaphrodite are very different things, and just the only way that I could really explain that to you is to give you the actual definitions of what it means to be one. So a hermaphrodite. Hold on one second, we'll get this. Hermaphrodite is somebody possessing both male and female organs, structures, or tissues, whereas intersex intersex would be considered having... Intersex is one having both male and female characteristics and organs at birth, or an ambiguous assignment of male or female cannot be made. So it's one of those instances where you're not sure if it's traditional male or female, but, gender is a construct, so...
Okay.
Don't even worry about all that. But the I stands for intersex, and then asexual is somebody who is experiencing no sexual desires or thoughts.
Mm-hmm. I don't mean to say this as an insult, but it's like plants. Plants are asexual.
Yes.
Yeah. So I chose Gilbert Baker because he was the creator of such a powerful symbol. It's literally your keyboard, and
my keyboard cover. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
It's also our whole podcast.
Yeah, and I felt like that was a very. I thought that was a good person to talk about.
Okay.
To kind of highlight. Now, this other person that I had brought to light was a little bit more towards your criteria.
Thank you.
I have someone known as Lady Phil.
Lady Phil.
And forgive me if the pronunciation is incorrect because it's spelled Phyll. I don't know if it's Phil, File. I'm not sure. But real name, what I just said, Opoku, another pronunciation, sorry.
Let me see. I'm actually pretty good.
Gima? I'm not sure.
Opoku Gima.
Gima?
Also better known as Lady Phil.
So, why I find her important is she's the co-founder of UK's Black Pride, which began in 2005, so not that long ago.
Very, very recent, yes. What?
And that began
16,
as a day trip.
16
16 years ago. As a day trip to Southend-on-Sea in England. It now attracts nearly 8,000 people a year. And that's great. Now, what's great is also she's a British LGBT plus. I mean, that could have increased by now. Obviously, I'm not sure. And also an anti-racism campaigner. She created the event to promote unity and cooperation among all LGBT plus. And I don't think it focuses specifically on, but I think her mindset was to cater to the African, Asian, Caribbean, Middle Eastern, and Latin American descent that's in the UK specifically, along with their friends and family.
So queer people of color. Awesome.
Along with that, she's also the executive director of the Kaleidoscope Trust charity, which campaigns for the human rights of LGBT plus people in countries around the world where they're discriminated against. So much like and I hate to bring this back up, but the pole shooter, and how he was more than likely of Middle Eastern descent. Mm-hmm. The big part of that culture is very against homosexuality.
Yes.
So I think that part of this Kaleidoscope Trust, the charity, focuses a lot on those kinds of people. And I mean, I can't imagine what kind of stress it is to grow up in such a culture where you're hated for being yourself, or you're murdered for being yourself. Like you're just existing as you are. Mm-hmm. And someone's like, they have to die.
And it doesn't get it doesn't get any less. It's so sad we're in 2021 and there's still people being murdered because they just want to live as their authentic self.
I just was going to say that. The fact that it's 2021 and to this day, the ideologies and the views of the awful years of like the 60s and probably farther even before that, mm-hmm. they still exist. And it's all around us. That's the worst part about it. It's not just in one spot. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. There's nowhere that's safe. It's just some places that are better at hiding it from the media.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But what? Excuse me.
You're very burpy today. Is this is this carbonated that way where it's going to make you super burpy?
Not super. I've actually been pretty good in terms of being gaseous today, but we're doing pretty well so far.
Well, we're wrapping up towards the end of the podcast.
I mean, really, that's all that I had. Those were the two that I didn't want to like dive too much into me just talking because my voice puts people to sleep.
Love that.
So, I mean, sleep is great.
Absolutely. Put this podcast on to go to sleep.
I'm here for your lullabies, everybody.
The minute you finally start drifting off into that warm, peaceful sleep, just remember that life is gonna fucking kill you eventually. And that's me giving you the worst nightmare of your life.
And not only that, too, but just remember that certain times you really just have to get in the flask.
I hate you.
You should.
Get in the flask.
Get in the flask. That movie's over 20 years old. Isn't that fucking crazy?
And it's timeless.
Yeah, I might watch it later. No, I'm not. That's a good idea.
I might. If I could find it on a streaming service, absolutely.
I'm sure it's available somewhere.
It's gotta be.
I had my pieces, and I'm actually curious as to your thoughts
On?
what I talked about.
I'm very proud of you for doing
Thank
your
you.
research and finding me two very different people who helped make history.
I'm genuinely
for gay
happy that you
rights.
didn't know who either of those people were.
Yes.
I'm happy because I was given a criteria to not choose two specific people, and I felt like I did well. Granted, I couldn't tell you like an essay on them, but at the same time, again, that's just me talking for way too long. And most people that we know, I feel like they listen to this while they watch their kids or drive to work, and no one needs to fall asleep while they're watching an infant or driving on the road.
Yes, that's very fair.
Right?
Yeah. So
Cool.
moving on from more of the heavier topics and history of LGBTQIA culture, we're going to wrap it up with a little segment called Fellas, Is It Gay?
No. Was I supposed to look these up?
No, I just have a bunch on the phone that we could just sit here and
my
talk about.
fucking God.
So a popular trend on social media has been somebody putting a very toxic masculinity statement out there. A very stupid statement.
Yeah.
Where people followed up with saying, is it gay to be XYZ?
I think the first one that I was introduced to was the one that I had talked to you about, where it was a guy who was excited that he had proposed to his girlfriend and was engaged. And the message behind it was, I got sick of having a girlfriend, so I upgraded to a fiance. And it was a photo of her with the ring and the proposal. Congratulations to you two strangers. Go do it up. And someone responded with, if I ever had something along the lines like, if I had a weak ass man who said some shit about me, I would dump him on the spot. To which someone responded, fellas, is it gay to get married to your girlfriend?
Yeah, deadass. Like,
Or to propose.
Is it gay to express your love for a woman?
I'm sorry. Is it gay to marry a woman? It's just like, what? First off, who wouldn't want to be the highlight of something? Like, you just got proposed to.
Right.
Like,
Do I not want to be put on a pedestal for being told how beautiful I am by my fiance? No, that's gay.
and not to take a shit on like marriage, but that's literally what being proposed to is. Like,
Absolutely.
Typically, it's no one's just like sitting next to each other, like, except for, I don't know if you remember that story with Brian. I think where his uncle like proposed to his aunt and was just like, they were like in a car and he's like, so you want to get married or what?
I love that. That would honestly, that would be me.
That is the I don't know what time it was. It was the days of yesteryear.
Somebody tweeted, "How can you be a male and have highlights on Insta?" Like, you know how when you like if you
Highlights
put,
like those little bubbles.
like the little bubbles on your page. Someone wrote back, "Fellas, is it gay to have memories?" Because
Well, what if you use it for like promotion? Like, social media is a great promoting tool. Like, if you have something that you're trying to represent or promote, like, why not have it available for everybody at any given time?
Right. And I feel like this trend started off as a way to complain about red flags that straight men give off. And so one post, this woman, these are her red flags.
What the? That's all one person?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go through some of these on the list.
Can you read me some of your favorite? Oh, never mind. You're about to do that.
If you shut the fuck up and let me talk, maybe I could tell you.
God, I need some ointment for that.
So
burn.
red flags for men.
Oh my God.
Posts on social media a lot. Fellas, is it gay to be popular on the internet? Like,
Fellas, is it gay to use an app for its intended purpose?
right? Listens to XXX. Is that a singer? Triple X? I feel like that might have been a rapper, but I don't know.
There was XX or Triple X Tentacion. He was a rapper, but he died. Unless it's like listens. I don't know anybody who listens to like the pornography audiobook, but
Right. Follows Insta models, and in parentheses, Madison Beer and Summer Rae. Fellas, is it gay to follow women who post thirst traps on the gram?
fellas, is it gay to follow the opposite sex that you find attractive? No, not even the opposite sex. Fellas, is it... Well, no, I guess...
Fellas, is it gay to follow the sex that you're attracted to who happens to be female, claiming your your heterosexuality?
There you go. Fellas, is it gay to not like butt cheeks? Like what?
Has no hobbies.
It's
Fellas, is it gay to do things?
Okay.
Is it gay to experiment with stuff?
I could see a red flag for someone not having hobbies. That's a little creepy. I wouldn't consider it gay, but I do find it alarming because everyone should have at least one hobby. So I could agree with that one, actually.
Okay.
I'm here. Let's go.
Nasty feet. I don't want to see your feet to begin with. Fellas, is it gay to have feet? Is it gay to have feet? Am I just learning this? Fellas, is it gay?
Fellas, is it gay to take personal hygiene the way you want to?
I'll tell you.
Now, are these red flags that are supposed to be gay or just red flags?
I mean, they're just red flags that promote toxic masculinity, which promotes like anti-gay culture. Okay. So that's the reason why like this gets grouped in.
Nasty feet, like if someone has like a
nasty feet. I don't
like a hammer toe. Or like fungus nails.
I see like a hammer toe like can be nasty, but like sometimes it's not. I saw a Instagram reel of some woman with her boyfriend's foot, and she said, "I was so tired of looking at these crusty feet, and they were just loaded with dry, dead skin, and they were it's disgusting."
Did you do your mask yet?
No, I think I'm gonna do it tonight. Actually,
report back, please.
Don't go to town. What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean?
It literally just says that. Wait, let me see it.
Don't go to town. Like, what is it? Like, go to town on what? Sexualizes everything. Fellas, is it gay to make a sexual joke about everything? I can sit here and tell you, yes.
Possibly.
It's totally is.
There's a definite possibility.
I mean, as a gay person who sexualizes almost everything.
He'd love to hear it. He loves to say it.
Can't talk about real world issues. I will take that. If you can't talk about real world issues, I don't want to have a conversation.
That's
with you.
Absolutely a red flag. I can accept that one.
They wear bright colors like a middle schooler. Fellas. Is it gay to wear colors? Is it gay to have a colorful expression of fashion? Especially now. There's so many people that express themselves with colorful clothes. And they're not gay. They're very straight.
Let's be real. Fellas, is it gay to have rainbow everything over having all black everything?
I would rather have all black.
This is just last episode.
Yeah. I know. Is a mama's boy emotional incest? Fellas, is it gay to have a good relationship with your parents? Like, what?
Gay, no. Could it be creepy? Yes.
I mean, it's creepy if you have like a sexualized relationship with your parent.
Well, we don't have to go as far as like an Oedipus complex, but we also like someone who's like very way too attached, like Dandy from American Horror Story.
Oh well, you listen to me, Dandy. That's the reference you're gonna give as a toxic mom and son relationship? No shit, that's textbook.
I chose one that you would know.
That's true. Tries to have sex early on.
Fellas, is it gay to have sex with a woman?
Yeah. I just have to... Tries to have sex early on. Okay.
What's early on?
We're both very different in terms of, I think, in terms of like pacing. Because to me, if I'm attracted to you and I want to have sex with you, I'm going to tell you. Whereas like... I feel like you're more of like a let's wait kind of person until the time's right.
So don't get me wrong, because you're not wrong.
I know.
But at the same time...
I know, my friend.
At the same time, before I got into a relationship, my mindset, it was whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to set myself expectations or time frames. Whatever happens, happens.
I thought you were going to say, my mindset going into it was, if it's got a hole, I'll fuck it.
No.
Proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Owns a gun. That's a red flag. Not gay, but a red flag.
Yes and no.
Way too touchy. Where's my hug type of guy. That's...
Fellas, is it gay to be affectionate? Though there are stage 5 clingers.
I was going to say, there's those uncles that hug you a little too tight sometimes.
It's completely different from what I was talking about.
I know, but like, I'm just saying. I can almost see where that one's coming from.
Wait. Before you do the gun thing, there's owning a gun, and then there's being obsessed with guns.
Yes. Also, being obsessed with guns is not a personality trait. Breaking news. I'm here to tell you here first. Having a gun is not a personality. Having a political view is not a personality. Having one stance on something socially or economically is not a personality. Being rude to people is not a personality. Find a personality.
Having bumper stickers that dictate all of the above tells me you're an asshole.
Having bumper stickers that point out everything I just said only lets me know to hit you. Mm-hmm. With my car at full speed. Nice. If I'm going down, we're all going down. You know, I love to go down.
The needs of the
over-sexualizing.
Many, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Here's one. As a man, why are you drinking liquids? Something suspect about swallowing that much. I don't know.
No, next one. What the fuck? No, we're not getting into that.
Fellas, is it gay to swallow?
Fellas, is it gay to drink?
Is it gay to hydrate your body?
Is it gay to hydrate? Well, guess I'm gay.
Cheers to that. Okay. Drops water because it's gay to drink. Me can't drink. God. Somebody said, I just cracked the back of my phone. Fuck. And someone said, why do you still not have a case? And somebody wrote back, feminine trait. Fellas.
Wait.
Is it gay to have a case on your phone?
Fellas. Are cases a feminine trait?
No. That's toxic masculinity. Oh, God. I know. Hello, as we sit here with our OtterBox.
I have a case on my watch.
I will say that I don't have, but I feel like I should.
I honestly was the first thing I looked for. I think I need one that's a little more sweat resistant. Because I like to wear it when I work out, but
you should get one that's like a workout band.
So it's not the band, it's the actual case. Because once I get sweaty,
water gets in there, right?
Once I get sweaty, it gets on the inside of the glass, and then I can't do stuff when I want to. Yeah, so I think I need one that fully envelops,
engulfs. Yes,
because I actually have an armband, I just haven't used it.
Okay,
I'm afraid it's gonna pop off in the middle of workout.
Pop off, bitch,
or slide off from my sweat.
Ew! What was that sound?
Do you mean this one?
I've been in the gym for 2 months and just found myself in a barbershop going, damn, that guy's quads is ridiculous. Why, as a man, am I looking at another man's build? Fellas, is it gay to have eyes and or fitness goals?
Fellas, is it gay to compliment the same sex?
Honestly...
I think you have
Shoot a compliment.
I think you have nice hair.
Thank you. I was trying so hard to keep a straight face.
You can't because you're gay. You can't keep a straight face.
I know. Fellas, is it gay to have a straight face?
Is it gay to be straight? Fellas, is it hip to be square?
Goodbye. Oh, all right. And here's gonna be the last one.
Great song. Fuck. If I knew this was the last one, I would have saved that for the end.
Sorry, fellas. Okay, wait. As a man, why are you going to the hospital?
Fellas.
As a man, why are you going to the hospital? Let that sink in for a second.
Fellas. Is it gay to take care of your health?
Fellas, is it gay to have medical care?
Fellas, is it
gay to have health insurance?
Fellas, is it gay to get stitches?
I've had a lot of them, actually, so I can say that.
Fellas, is it gay to get healed?
Yeah.
Fellas, is it gay to have a tumor removed?
A tumor?
I'm just thinking,
oh, you're just giving examples.
I'm just thinking anything hospital right now.
Oh.
Fellas, is it gay to go have your wife have a baby?
Wait. This can actually be the last one.
Fellas, is it gay to be fellas?
Fellas, is it gay to be a fella who's gay?
Fellas, is it gay to be?
Exactly. That's the real thing. I don't want my man to wear glasses. I feel like that's a little gay. Fellas, is it gay to see? Is it gay to have vision?
Fellas, is it gay to properly use your organs?
Horrible. Absolute
Oh
horror
my god,
stories.
I hate the internet.
I love the internet and I hate the internet
It
all at the same
is
time.
literally the ultimate. It's the ultimate love-hate toxic relationship.
It's the toxic relationship you can't just get up and go. You can't take your
I just
CDs
don't
to
know
leave.
how to quit you.
Yeah. The internet is saying to you, come here. Come look at all the stuff that we have to show you. And you're like, get in the flask!
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Don't you just know you can look up feet?
You can.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think that my hole can't compete?
Look
I
at
don't
this
know.
stuff.
I'm not
Isn't
good
it
at rhyming
neat?
on the spot.
Pay me $5. I'll beat my meat.
OnlyFans is calling your name.
It
Fellas,
sure
is it
is.
gay to make a song about your meat? Say that to all the rappers.
There's that new song that's going around where everyone's doing it for their videos where it's like a bunch of like it's very like faint and the guy's just like "Bah, bah, 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 put my dick in her mouth. Bah, bah, bah." Do you haven't heard it yet?
No. I want to hear it though. Dig in my mouth. I love that. Great song.
It was written for Pride Month.
Love that. Well, this has been another exhilarating, exhausting, exciting episode of Super Friends Sit Down.
Fellas, is it gay to listen to a podcast? We've been Super Friends Sit Down. Have a good night.
Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe, and join me next week for my first solo hosting episode with some surprises in store.